Good evening and welcome to the final. Can you believe that we've actually made it the final of Noki 2020? Here we are. Hello, everyone. Good seeing the numbers rack up as you tune in. You are all welcome. Thank you very much for joining us this evening for, as I said, the final of the competition, which felt like it started months ago, and obviously it did. So that's probably why it feels that long, even during lockdown. But look, we're here. We're completely COVID free. There's no issues here for you whatsoever. I hope that you are all safe wherever you're watching as well. And we have an absolutely ridiculous show for you this evening. 14 acts in the final. I know we're far too generous on the way through. I keep saying what idiot came up with this format. It was myself. I do apologise. We're working it for next year. Hey, but a treat for you guys. 14 acts, all performing absolutely free for you this evening. We've even got a special guest headliner as well, closing the show while the judges deliberate and all the rest of it on their top three acts, but obviously focusing on the fact, I can't believe that we're actually doing this. We will be metaphorically crowning our champion this evening, the first ever, the inaugural winner of Noki, new online comedian UK year of the 2020. A really catchy title, Noki 2020, much better. Glad that we came up with that. People are already saying hello. That's beautiful as well. Look, for those of you watching early doors as well, hit that share button for us as well, okay? Because we want to absolutely smash it on audience numbers tonight, and that'd be a brilliant achievement for us and for all these acts as well. So deserving, who battled it all the way through the heats to be here tonight. And look, we're forgetting the small fact of £500 prize money for the winner as well, but the love will get shared around. Loads of gigs will get given to these guys, and you're in for an absolute treat. Avelina, it's finally here after all these weeks. Yes, it is. We needed a little break, actually. It was good for us, I think, to have that. I did as all famous. Why am I doing? I'm moving funny already. I did all famous celebrity of the internet doing. Went to Wales for a few days, and that kind of allowed us a little bit of a break. We've got people shouting for who they want to win already as well. But that's really important. You've got a few jobs. Should we get the admin out of the way? Let's do that right at the start. A few jobs this evening that you need to do for us. Number one, give it a share right now. Hit the share button. Let people know that you're watching. That's massive for us. It really, really helps. Multiplies. It is like the R rating, basically, isn't it? It massively multiplies it, sends it skyward, rocketing, and on this occasion we definitely want it to be. So all of you, multiply, get it shared around, let people know that you're watching. Number two, get involved in the comments as well. You're most welcome to have a little bit of a chat with me during the evening via you typing. I don't actually want to hear your voices, obviously, that'd be hideous, but no, you're most welcome to join in the chat. Chuck us your comments on who you want to win, who you're cheering on, where you're watching from, all the rest of it as well. But to save all that waffle, there it is in a condensed format for you. Let us know which acts are your favourites to win the final in the comments. We'll give you a shout out too. There you go, really easy. Your third little job this evening. Look, if you fancied it, if you wanted to be nice, and we know that times are tough at the moment for everyone, but for your 14 acts and your headliner, and heck, even for me, a little crumb, a morsel for me at the end of the evening. If you want to make a little bit of a donation to us, you don't have to, don't run away. No one's going to come knocking on your door, anything like that. But if you did want to throw us £1, £2, a pound per act, £10 per act, that'd be amazing, but don't feel that you need to do that. A couple of quid in the comments, you will find a link through to our little giving page, whatever you want to call it, and you can feed the nodding dog, and every penny, look, every penny that we get or that we have got all the way through this tournament as well. And thank you for everyone who has been most generous, even virtually paying for their free ticket as well, which has been amazing to see people do that every single time that you've done it. It all goes back into what we're doing, whether it's the live shows with Nodding Dog all over the place in the face of COVID at the moment, that we're performing completely legally within the guidelines. I should add, socially distanced, washing our hands, all the rest of it. It goes towards that. It goes towards more internet stuff that we want to do as well. And we might even, it depends where my brain goes by the end of the evening, we might even drop in and let you know what our plans are for after this competition as well. There you go. That's the admin out of the way. I'll only mention those things about 25 more times throughout the evening, I promise you. But look, fantastic numbers of people watching this evening. Did the live draw earlier today for the running order. That will be scrolling along the bottom of your screen from time to time as well. So if you are looking out for a particular act, you'll know when they are on. But it's all really exciting. I've got a little bit of a sweat on the top lip there. It's always a good sign for Kev fans. You'll know if you ever see that, it means Kev's getting a little bit aroused. I was going to say this. I don't know if that's the case, but excited about what's to come, and we all should be. Look, we've got people cheering on for work. So the lineup is absolutely staggering this evening. Was reminded that from the lovely little running order that we did earlier today as well. What else have I got to tell you about? I guess, well, not too much. We are going to get into it quite quickly. A few people have been asking how I've been getting on, because I do tend to reveal quite a that's wrong again. I do tend to reveal myself quite a lot on these shows. There you go, lost a couple of people then when I said that. Obviously I just mean about what's going on in my life, and I announced my redundancy on here as well, didn't I, a couple of weeks ago? So a few of you have been really kind to get in touch, ask about that, how that's been going, and well, I'm quite proud to say it actually. I'm now don't have to clap too much or anything, but after my redundancy, I decided to become a key worker. I know, yeah, but no, hang on, I said that wrong. IKEA worker, that's it. I always get those two muddled up. I've actually become an IKEA worker. That's what I do now. Not that I want to get sacked during this broadcast. Obviously, it's a fantastic place to work. It really is. I'm really enjoying it there. It's the names though, isn't it, at IKEA that are quite difficult. That's been the main thing for me, struggling with Shrimp Scrimpsky and Luden Scripts and Inks and Muffled Twats as well, but they're a good bunch of lads, and that is one of the real benefits of working for a multicultural company. It's one of the real benefits of that, and some of the products have got quite weird names as well, but I haven't bothered learning those yet, to be honest with you. What else can I tell you about there? They did, because the new boy and everything, when they do pranks on you, and I should be old enough to know, shouldn't I? I should know about the pranks that they do on you while you're at work, when you start a new job and everything. They did the classics. So first of all, they sent me for a long wait to the storeroom. So fell for that one. The hook, line and sinker got me there. Fair play, lads, good one. And then after that, they sent me to the storeroom to get some tartan paint. I know, I should know, especially a comedy mind like me. I should have seen that, but I didn't. Oh, good. Oh, well done, guys. Didn't get me third time though, did they? When my boss was lying on the floor asking me to fetch the defibrillator. I'm not an idiot, mate. Fool me once, and it wasn't going to work anyway. Off I went. Not today, I said. Not on my watch. Straight out the door and home, and not seen him since as well. So I think he's learned his lesson. Probably a bit ashamed that I caught him out. Anyway, that's enough waffle from me and some silly jokes at the top. Are you ready to start the evening? Are you ready for the show? I'm doing some strange movements this evening. They will continue. Don't worry, strange movement fans. Look, loads of people commenting, loads of people getting involved. I love it. We need you to keep doing that. And even though we can't hear you where you are, I know that you're absolutely pissing yourself at my jokes. So thanks very much. I can tell that's what was going on. But look, for the acts as well, it's nice for them to know, even just in their minds, that you are out there supporting them. So please, wherever you are, clap and cheer along. Make sure you're laughing heartily and everything as well. Pour yourselves a glass of wine or whatever your poison is, and just really relax, sit back, enjoy it, and have a fantastic night. We are going to welcome our first act of the evening up. I think he is ready. He looks ready. I can see him in the little window there. He is nodding away, chomping at the bit. He can't wait. So excited. So look, ladies and gentlemen, acts this evening from all over the UK. Really excited. They made it all the way through the heat. So please do give them loads of love. as if you were in the room with them now in the comedy club. That would be amazing. And let's I think you guys over there in Birmingham, actually, we're going to start with you guys there. That's it. Yeah, you guys there. If you could just start a little ripple of a round of applause there, please. Lovely. And then Coventry, a few of you there, if you could pick that up. Some other places over that way. Don't go that way that often. Spread it around all over the UK, up to Scotland, over into Wales, down even to London. Yes, you can join in as well. Go wild and crazy, and welcome to the stage, our first act of the evening from Edinburgh, and Heat 5, he made it through. It is the marvellous Mr. Michael Welch.
Hello! Thanks for staying in tonight. It's great to be in my bedroom. So I'm Michael, as Kev said. I'm from Edinburgh, Scotland's capital city. I like to think it's Scotland's cream of the crop, and by cream I mean twice as rich but double the thickness. Don't worry, there was no silver spoon in my life growing up. No, mummy was far too busy burning that with the heroin. I'm joking, of course. No one was watching. Sorry. Just always remember, though, your mum is always right, which is probably why my dad left. I've got to be honest with you. I didn't get much sleep last night. I'm awfully tired. I have these flatmates that kept me up all night having loud, aggressive sex. I know, I was there. But that's parents for you. My mum recently just got married to a taxi driver, which has completely ruined fake taxi for me. I remember the first time I met him, I never knew actually what to say. You know, I was just sitting there just saying, "So you been busy? What time do you finish?" I never know what to do when you see a taxi or an Uber. These days it's tough, and it's got to be even tougher to be a girl, you know. It's the choice of getting in a car with a racist or a rapist. It's pretty tough out there. Man, he's also a stereotypical taxi driver as well. Like, I'm sure that in the last general election, he voted for Tory. So it turns out there is something worse you can do than fuck my mother. Man, it's been a weird couple of months, isn't it? You know, we had the Black Lives Matter protests, then we had droves of angry white Britons flocking to the street to support slave traders as Primark finally reopened. We've all had to adapt to the times, haven't we? Even celebrities. I saw Kerry Katona shock tabloids by announcing she's joining OnlyFans. Ugh. Where her fans will pay $24.99 a month for her to keep her clothes on. Schools have reopened, however, with new social distancing guidelines, they won't exactly be the same. Now bullying will be taught exclusively online. Now, looking at me, you're probably thinking I'm probably the only person who looks more like a Mexican bandit with the mask off. And what am I? You know, I'm rather crypto-racial. I could be anything. I'm ethnically ambiguous. I'm not white. I'm not black. I'm like Hovis's best of both, 50-50. Or like counterfeit cigarettes of dubious origin and full of shit. But growing up, I've been every race imaginable. You're probably confused by that, and I'll prove it to you, because when I was 3, I was Chinese. Yeah, that's me. Look at that. Jesus, I always wondered why I was an only child. One child policy, obviously, you know. Look at that haircut. It looks like someone cut it with a knife and fork. It's disgusting. You know, to be honest, I could be North Korean with that haircut, though, couldn't I? Given me by my supreme leader, Kim Jong-un. Then I grew up to be a chubby little Mexican. Oh, he's got an earring. Who does that to a 4-year-old? And then I moved on and became a little cute Portuguese kid. Oh, he's so cute, isn't he? It's probably missing. It looks like he's missing on a milk carton somewhere, you know? Probably because his parents have left him in a hotel room. All right, okay, I know he's cute, but he's not white enough for an 8-part Netflix series, is he? Then I became an Indian kid called Omar. All I'm trying to say is I don't know what I am. I would take a DNA test, but I'm far too scared I'd fail. I would tell you this, right? You know that humans share 60% of their DNA with bananas, which I think makes sense in my case, because over time I've gone from yellow to brown. So it kind of makes sense with me. Listen, keep supporting live comedy. You've got a great night ahead of you. Loves and hugs, Wild T. Take care.
Superb start there, Michael Welch. Thank you very much, mate. Always tricky going on first, no matter what the type of gig is, but absolutely superb, and a load of love coming through for you there, mate. Doing Scotland and Edinburgh proud, and it's quite funny the way the draw has worked out, but people from similar locations seem to have been drawn together. You can't blame me for that. You can watch the video back, my 5-year-old daughter doing the draw. But look, loads of love there. Scott Nickel, go on Welchie from Connor Scott, like it, one of your mates there. Watching, hang on, right, I need some AZ. Watching Michael Welch from AZ. Someone tell me in the comments. Arizona? Anyone? Okay, I'll let you come back and tell me that. That would be good. Someone's going to help me out. Helen Presland will help me out. She's clever girl. She knows all stuff like that. Brilliant start, Michael. Look, should we keep that going? I think we should do. Let's keep the energy in the room, please, if we can. The love still coming through from Michael. This is brilliant. But clear that from the screen now. That's gone. Oh, that was in time in my hand as well. Magical stuff. Please, back up to Scotland, North Lanarkshire, if you will. We are going to Coatbridge. I believe that's where he is. I've done some real research on the acts tonight. You'll be very, very disturbed. Probably some of the stuff I found out about you. He came through in Heat 6. How professional am I tonight? Bloody hell. Heat 6 he came through in great style, glorious style. It is the amazing Raheel Ahmed.
Hello, I live with my grandparents. That's how my life's going right now. I describe my grandparents as having the perfect marriage because my granddad's deaf, my grand's borderline blind. So it means that he can't hear her nagging him and she can't see how much he's let himself go. They're a real assisted power couple. Even though my grand's borderline blind, she still drives. I was with her in the car the other day and she goes to me, she goes, Raheel, is that car parked or is that car moving? And I go, Gran, we're on the motorway, they're all moving, come on. So I moved in because my granddad had a double hip replacement. I normally get one done, you come back in a few years to get the other, but he managed to haggle a buy one, get one free offer. That was 4 years ago and he hasn't had the strength to kick me out since. So I was his carer. I helped him with his physio, I gave him his medicine, but I really don't like the term carer because I think it implies too much of an emotional attachment. And I get quite philosophical about being a carer as well. For example, does a deaf man falling in the shower make a sound? Yes, he does. And he's also very heavy with those new hips. But to get out of the house, I decided I would go and volunteer for a charity. And the elderly woman who was doing the diversity training at the time decided to use me as an example. She said, would I call you black or would I call you coloured? And I just stared at her and I said, will you just call me my name, please? It's not that difficult. And when my granddad came to this country over 50 years ago, he changed his name to fit in. So he shortened his name from Mohammed to Joe. And sometimes I wish I had a Western name growing up, and then maybe I wouldn't have had the nickname Rachel. Like Rachel from Friends, if I had any friends. I also had the nickname Rapido. If anybody knows Spanish, it means fast. My ex-girlfriend gave me that nickname. That's a lie. I never had an ex-girlfriend. I just gave myself that nickname for that joke. The thing is, I don't have enough self-esteem to give myself an imaginary ex-girlfriend. But if I did have an imaginary girlfriend, I'd understand it if she left. Yep. But the thing is, my grandparents just want me to settle down. They want me to meet somebody. And it's really hard to meet people today. But my grandparents didn't have that problem, because they just met each other on their wedding day. Closest I've got is these dating apps. And there's actually a Muslim version of Tinder. Don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Minder. Yeah, that's one place you'll definitely find 72 virgins. I'm on it as well, so 73. Yeah. But the thing is, I've got a wee confession to make, actually. I'm a bit of a bad Muslim. I like a drink sometimes. But that's why it's great living with my grandparents, because there's loads of handrails. So you can just drag yourself up to bed if you've had a bit too much to drink. And I'm Scottish, so it happens more often than not. Yeah. The thing is, I like to tell people, I'm such a bad Muslim. The closest I've been to Mecca is when I walk past the bingo. But that's all from me, guys. Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank you very much, Raheel. Great stuff there, brilliant. And again, loads of comments coming through, showing you love and support. That's brilliant. As we said, the rules this evening, guys, you haven't got many jobs. Give it a share while you're watching, multiply those numbers, get loads of people online, as many as we can for these acts. Look, and look, they've all been going for less than 3 years as it is. Some of them much less than that as well. So all doing an absolutely sterling job, and your support is massive. As many people watching them, I think that's what they want. Anyway, that's what I'm encouraging you to do. And obviously, get in the comments. Thank you, Ellen, getting involved there. Oh, yes, imams. What are those? What were those? What were? Can we go back? Sorry, I have absolutely no idea what those symbols are. Apologise, everyone. She's clearly not put her glasses on to use her phone this evening. Oh dear, you're all right. Good. And I did like we had a bit of a chat going on as well between a couple of people checking there that missed people in the running order. There you go, Daniel. Yeah, Oh, yeah, it's all going on. It's brilliant, isn't it? I love it. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. This is Noki 2020 with our great friends. I'm mentioning them quite early, even though they're written on my piece of paper to mention them at the start. Joke Pit. We must thank Kane and all the team there for the great work that they do. But I normally tend to do a really good advert that you always thanks me for about halfway through. So stay tuned for that. Look, are you ready for your next act? I am sure you are. So Birmingham, if you can, again, start the round of applause, please. Stamping your feet. Coventry, Leamington, Spa, Warwick, Stoke. That's going up a bit. Manchester, Windsor, and everywhere else, all around the UK. Let's not leave people out. Cardiff and Edinburgh. There you go. That's everyone covered there, isn't it? Brilliant. Okay. Always end up offending some people with my roundups of the country and my brilliant geographical. I can't even say the word geographical knowledge. There you go. Look, go wild, go crazy. Anyway, wherever you are, welcome to the stage. Our next act, she is from Oxford. She made it through Heat 4. What do you think to this new professional Kev? Please do let me know. This is as professional as it gets. But look, put your hands together, go wild and crazy, and welcome to the stage the absolutely amazing Chelsea Birkby.
Hi, can I just check everyone can hear me? I was having a sound issue. Okay, I'm going to assume that's fine. How is everyone? I've had a good day. I went to Crazy Golf, which was just regular golf, but I've stopped taking my medication. I was on mood stabilizers, which are for bipolar disorder, which I have, like, allegedly. Like, I don't think I have it anymore, but my psychiatrist told me that was a classic sign. But I don't think I need it anymore because I go to a lot of therapy. And I feel like therapy is really misunderstood, especially psychotherapy, because a lot of people think it's just lying on a chaise longue while an Austrian man tells you you've got a boner for your mum because you dreamed about a fish. But it's not like that anymore, you know? We have armchairs now. A lot of that stuff is linked to Freud, which people confuse. Like, he's the father of psychoanalysis, and he's the guy that came up with like penis envy and the Oedipus complex and Freudian cunts. Sorry, I meant to say slips, but I guess I must have been thinking about cunts. And people also think about the Rorschach test. You know, those, like, where you show people those meaningless ink blots and then you diagnose their neurosis based off the weird shit they see. They also don't do those anymore, thankfully. But in my last session last week, my therapist did show me these disgusting pictures of defecation, murder, and violence. Like, how is that going to help? I found my therapist on Psychology Today, and it said therapists in your area, which made a change from all those damned horny MILFs. Also, have you ever noticed it's always like horny MILFs in your area? It's never like horny dads, because you'd be like, yeah, obviously. And if they were like, they're 3 miles away, you'd be like, call the police. But I don't even like to say where I live, because I live in the moment. Also Milton Keynes. But I think we can all benefit from therapy. Like, it is misunderstood, but we can all benefit from it. It's about like facing your fears and just addressing them. And, you know, and it takes blood, sweat, and tears. Well, actually not blood. If there's blood, they're probably not qualified, which you do have to look out for. But it takes a professional. It's not like the olden days. You can't just listen to the weird shit people come up with when you show them pictures of penises, you know, pictures of completely normal penises. Thank you so much. If you like me, I've been Chelsea Birkby. Please like and cunts. Help. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks. Bye.
Brilliant stuff from Chelsea there once again, as we expected from it's absolutely brilliant. Love it. Superb. And look, loads of, I think they're clapping hands. Someone's told me they're clapping hands, so apologies, Mum. But loads of those for you there, Chelsea. Absolutely brilliant set. Jess, they're loving it. Neil just said Michael. Go Chelsea, we can hear you. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, mate. Heather, really enjoying what you were doing as well. Everyone getting involved on that. Some people more than once, as you can see from the comments that are coming up on the screen. Look, absolutely brilliant stuff. Please do keep getting involved. We love that. Avelina, hello, Avelina, you've been in touch. And a dedicated follower all the way through the heats as well. We do appreciate that. Watching from Shetland. No one told me what AV stands for. AZ stands for. Thanks, Kane. Kane's on it tonight, guys. Round of applause for Kane. Come on, Birmingham. Come on, please. He deserves it. Round of applause for Kane. Doing an absolutely cracking job for us there. Straight onto it. Chelsea, great. Yes. Abby Clark getting it. Even other acts supporting each other now. This is making the job of the judges even harder. I think when the acts start rooting for each other, a bit more acts, if you don't mind, backstabbing, slagging off, that kind of thing. Maybe that's going on the WhatsApp group. I don't know. Maybe that's what that is there for. Look, where are we? At number 4 already, and we have got 14 this evening. So don't worry, Kev fans. There will be plenty of me waffling on and digging holes and ruining relationships and all the rest of it at some point this evening. But we do need to plough on. I want to keep going. The spotlight is purely on our acts this evening. Great stuff so far. I'm sure that you will agree. Look, someone is even watching as far away as bloody Cheshire, which is at least the border about 8 miles from where I am. So thank you very much for watching all the way from Cheshire. Love it. Global. I'm going to say global. That's what I'm going to say. Look, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Birmingham, wake up. Come on. That wasn't your cue to go and get a cup of tea when I started rabbiting on then. If you wouldn't mind starting the applause again, I think our next act is ready. They look ready. They're up for this. Oh, double thumbs up. Right, you're in for a real treat now. Spread that applause. Go wild. Go crazy. Welcome to your lounge or wherever you are watching. It's Ian Caffel.
Hello, everybody. So I'm just going to jump right in. I learned what incest was before I learned what sex was. And I know what you're thinking. Clearly, you're American. Obviously, that's how that went. But I'm going to challenge your prejudice right now. I am not, in fact, from Alabama. I am from New York. And I know over here you might have a bit of issue putting those states in context. But in terms of like the spectrum of incest, Alabama is like Wales and New York is like the royal family. So we have a lot more of it, but we have a bit more class about it. So how I found out about incest was actually a really cute story where I was about 6 years old and I went to my mom and I went, Mommy, I have a crush on cousin Nick. And she got a dark look on her face and she sat me down and she went, no, you don't have a crush on your cousin because you can't do that with cousins because it's bad for babies. And that was the only explanation. No actual sex education, nothing about chromosomes, just it's bad for babies. And me, being the delicate soul I was, went, well, I'm not going to do something that's bad for babies. Oh my God. And I thought that was the end of it. Until in the summer, on vacation with my cousins, me and another cousin are laying in bed on our stomachs with our legs kicked up, like some teenage girls in the 90s, playing the GameCube. I didn't see anything wrong with this until his mother, my aunt, came in and ripped me out of the bed and dragged me into the hallway and went, what are you doing laying in bed like a couple? And I went, oh my God, she doesn't know. Auntie, do you not know you can't do that with cousins? It's really bad for babies. I gave this bitch a TED talk. Like I had a PowerPoint and shit that was just one slide and it just said bad for babies. But I think she got the hint. So I'm 25, which is a bit of a baby crazy age. I'm not baby crazy, just everyone around me seems to be baby crazy. And I'm in a bit of a weird spot because when friends tell me they're pregnant, I'm still mentally like, how do we feel about this? Like, am I buying a onesie or are we taking a field trip to the clinic? Either way, I support you. I'm here for you, but I need a decision. So I'm also in a weird spot because while I don't have kids, I am more than happy to judge how other people parent their kids. Like, you know, when you see a toddler just having an absolute meltdown, your first thought is annoyance. Your second thought is, I'm going to watch this shit like it's an Olympic sport. And you do. You watch it and you judge. You see the parent going to pick them up and you're like, don't do that. Don't do that. That'll haunt you for years. You don't do that. But then you see them start to turn away. And you're like, yes, abandon them in the fucking store. How else are they going to learn? So that's where I'm at emotionally. But I am having people, you know, come up to me and say, like, oh, when are you going to have kids? And I'm not going to have biological kids. And they don't fucking believe me. They're always like, well, you know, accidents happen. And I'm like, yeah, so do abortions. And then turns out super bad for babies. Like #1 bad thing for babies. Worse than the cousin thing, funnily enough. Because at least the cousins are still alive and, ruling through divine right over the country. I've been Dean Koffel, everybody. Thank you.
Superb. A little bit of a pause there as well for effect on the screen. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant. Love that. As did loads of people watching. Obviously, loads of support there for you, Dean. That was absolutely amazing stuff. I love that. Real energy, passion into that as well. A bit of tinged with a bit of anger. Lovely stuff. Brilliant performance. Thank you very much. Look, you don't need me to slow the pace down, do you? Let's get on with our next act, shall we? I'm just going to check that they are ready. Just a little scroll down on the screen, if you don't mind. Are you ready, next act? I think they are. Yeah, they are. They are. Let's get ready for this. So, look, forget wherever you're watching from. No one's telling me where AZ is, so I'm going to have to look it up on my phone when the headline is on, aren't I? Find that out so I can come back, pretend I know all the time. But look, wherever you are, please do raise your glasses. I was going to say, raise your glasses if you wish, and clap your hands. Maybe put your glass down first. Raise your glasses, put your glass down, clap your hands. Welcome to wherever you may be watching this show this evening. The brilliant Miss Caitlin Barkley. Any second. There you go, Caitlin.
Hi there. Hi. I know what you're thinking, and no, I didn't run out of bleach. Yes, it's intentional, and yes, I'm aware I look like Joan Jett if she was sponsored by McVitie's. I've heard it all before, and the truth hurts. Though there's not been much time for the runaways, as we've all been told to stay at home and enjoy isolated hobbies, mine have mainly been sewing, writing, and exploring the constant anxiety and paranoia that the world's going to end, we're all alone, so alone, selfish, and haven't accomplished anything yet. So I'm glad we're all in the same boat, and yes, that's why I dyed my hair. So I'm still in my 20s, which means rather than sorting my life out, starting a career, or buying my first home, I've chosen to cling to my overdraft, as it's the only thing I actually got out of uni, and drink practically battery acid for the side effects. I never thought I'd be one to cling to my past. I mean, I used to wear a velvet tailcoat to school and wonder why I couldn't get laid. I mean, there's no mystery now. What I thought was emotional sparks on the backfield was actually static or Gothic style velour. You can be an absolute in your teens. I mean, if you're 17 and it's a Friday night and you said that you wanted to stay home, drink Horlicks and have an early night, your grandma's the first person to kick you out the door, just fully like, get out, like throw a walker, one of those massive Velcro shoes, just anything she can get to hand, remote, cardigan, tartan skirt, to Friday night. And if you don't come home without either alcohol poisoning or chlamydia, you just didn't try hard enough. So what I want to say tonight, I'm going to keep it short. I want to us all to pledge that we're going to go back and live like we are 6 again, like we are teenagers, over all the responsibility of taxes, cooking a healthy meal every night of the week, and learning to drive. I think we should all be 16, and I will be there, Jane Norman bag in hand, being fingered to Don't Stop Believing played on a Motorola flip. So that's it for me, guys. Thanks, everyone. You're all a talented bunch, and thank you. You're all smashing it.
Thank you very much, Caitlin. There, lovely message at the end. After brilliant, hilarious set. Thank you very much, Caitlin. Again, loads of. There you go. Even getting some love for the hair there as well. Sorry, that's not going to happen for me this evening, or possibly ever again in my life. Oh, I've ruined a bit, and it's so delicate. I mean, it really could fall out at any moment. Oh, thank you, Glenn. Thanks, Glenn. Thank you, mate. Someone's listening to me. AZ is usually Arizona. I think I did say that. Or maybe mistyped Oz. Who knows? They've not got back in touch since to confirm, but I'm going to go Arizona because that's a long way away. So thank you very much for watching in Arizona stateside. Do you know we had someone from LA one week, didn't we? And I was all convinced myself, hadn't I, that it was a producer tuning in. Because they'd heard about my brilliant compare skills. Maybe take me over there. Who's that guy that's got his own show? You know, from the James Corden style. But I don't need to do that because probably enough of the nation hate me already. Really, don't they? After this series, but no, brilliant stuff. Thank you very much, Caitlin. Look, let's just give you a little reminder of the acting we've seen so far. So professional. Michael Welch was up first. Then we had Rahil Ahmed. We had Chelsea Birkby. Then that was followed by Deanne Caffel. And then you've just seen the wonderful Caitlin Barkley as well. We are 5 acts in, nearly at the halfway stage, very closely there now. I can see our next act. He is pumped up. Too much. Unpump. Let some out. Let some out. No, don't. Oh, there you go. He's let a little bit out. I don't want him exploding on screen. Oh dear, that's not that kind of show. Look, ladies and gentlemen, you will remember Dave Bibby if you've been with us right from the start, because he was in Heat 1. It says here when in Garden City. That might be correct. He might tell us. I don't know, it's a made-up place if you ask me. But look, ladies and gentlemen, go wild and crazy. Thank you very much for more love. Sorry. To more love for the previous acts there. Your wisdom is great of the hair, Kev. There, sorry, that is worth delaying for, actually, isn't it? That is worth delaying for. Go wild, go crazy. Welcome to the stage. The next act, I've already told you, it's Dave Bibby.
Thank you. Good evening. I'm Dave Bibby, and my lockdown 2020 has been all inclusive. Cheers. I've been living on airport rules since the 25th of March. Shorts on, pint of Guinness with breakfast. Just in a constant state of almost reading a book. Airport rules. So I'm going to tell you about my year, which, considering it's called 2020, I didn't see any of this coming. January, Boris Johnson tweets, "This is going to be a fantastic year for Britain." A statement that has aged about as well as a 17th century peasant child with smallpox. February, what the fuck is happening in China? This is unprecedented. The Prime Minister is shaking hands with people infected with COVID-19. March, the Prime Minister has COVID-19. That is typical Boris. He criticises the Chinese, but they got it right off the bat. There will be jokes. They'll just come right at you like a 3D porn film. March was a tough month for me because I'm self-employed and my work emails were like, "We're going to have to postpone. We're going to have to postpone. We're going to have to postpone. Would you like to last longer in bed? Yes, please. You're going to have to postpone." Oh, for fuck. I'm now burning about 6 calories a day. Apart from the days I go down Asda's and get my exercise from fighting over a 12-pack of double quilted Andrex. Bang! Grab them tins of Spam. Let's get the fuck out of here. April. Now, at this point, we can see which world leaders are the result of a healthy democracy and which ones have put their faith in a smug twat who stuffs his kids in the car and tests his eyesight by driving to Barnard fucking Castle. No one has a job apart from him. This is unprecedented. We're about a quarter of the way through 2020 and yet to have a day that is just precedented. What the fuck is furlough, by the way? I have nothing to do. My wife, she's 6 months pregnant working for the NHS, okay? It's okay, I clapped her every week. Can you imagine how hard that was? You know, she's working from home. I'm getting out of bed 3 hours into a working day and walking past her conference call stark bollock naked with an espresso martini and a Toblerone tucked under one arm. Airport rules. I just wanted to help, but how? Telephone consultations. But that's the problem with the symptoms of coronavirus, is all these lads are working from home going, "I'm sweating, I'm sore, I'm out of breath." That's because you're wanking 8 times a day, you dirty old bollocks. May. People keep telling me You need to make use of the time. Shakespeare actually wrote King Lear during lockdown. Yeah, but he didn't have fucking TikTok, did he? It's addictive. At this stage of lockdown has basically made me a drunk 5-year-old. I don't want to write a masterpiece. I just want to pair up with my sister and do dance routines for my mum and dad. I haven't even got a sister. To be fair, I didn't turn into a 5-year-old. I turned into a freaking dog. I don't shower. I eat straight off the kitchen floor. And if someone asks if I want to go for a walk, I piss myself with excitement. June, the pubs are reopening. Yes, get in. However, I now have a newborn baby back inside for me. I still have no work and all the same anxieties I had in March, but now I'm covered in piss and shit. So that's June for you. Football's back as well, but I'm so tired and confused. I don't know what to do with a baby. I'm like, hush, little baby, put it in the fucking mixer. The poor baby, he's looking at me like, what do you want me to do, mate? Go to sleep or get to the byline and cut it back. July, I've now been trapped inside for so long, I feel like I'm in an episode of The Truman Show. And if I am, God, they must have some terrible ratings. Okay, yeah. What if we go big this year? Global pandemic, yeah? There'll be drama, panic every day. Dave will become a volunteer NHS hero. In reality, yeah, no, he's wanking again. Can we cut to the cat? Can we cut to the cat? August, it's now mandatory to wear face masks. I'm all for it until I realise it stops the facial recognition. Unlocking my phone. I'm stood in Tesco, 3 numbers into my passcode thinking, you know what? I'd rather fucking die. September, second wave. I'm just a man stood in front of a laptop, which is propped up to hide my lockdown chins, asking you to clap so hard your neighbours think it's Thursday fucking night. I am done. Thank you. This has been unprecedented. I'm covered in shit. Thanks, Kev.
Mate, that's yeah, it should cut back to me. Now that's a bit we're just going to look at your glorious wallpaper, it looks like, as well. We wait for the producer to cut back. There we go. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Great stuff, Dave. Loads of love that Nathan's in back in the room. Guys, there he is, loving the energy. He really enjoyed that. Loads of people did. Some more symbols. Yeah, I think there. I won't say what I was about to say. Yeah, look, hilarious. Bibby, brilliant. Bibby, yes, loads of love and energy for you, Dave. Fully worth. Glad I let you just let a little bit out before that, because you could have quite possibly exploded as we thought. Look, next act up is our halfway stage of the evening. I should have had some interlude music or something, mainly so I could refill my glass. Maybe I'll I don't know, have to call Uber delivery and chuck the keys out the window, something like that. I don't know. But look, our next act up is, let's make sure I got this right, from Bristol. I know that's right. I checked earlier because I'm a professional now. I take this seriously. All right, not like Heat 1 and Heat 2 where I was all over the place and the camera didn't work and you couldn't even hear what I was saying, and I forgot everyone's names and literally offended several towns who then their townsfolk got in contact with me. No, new Kev now, all very professional, doing it the right way for you. Hope you like it. I hope you appreciate it. And if you do, feel free to chuck a couple of quid in. The thing will come up in the comments. You can do that, but not whilst, obviously, you're watching our next brilliant act. She came through as our wild card. She did. Very exciting. Our judges picked her out. Oh, no mean feat. 72 acts to get picked out as the wild card. Amazing achievement in the first place. So please go wild, go crazy, carry on the energy and all the good humor. Keep enjoying yourselves, laughing away. I'm sure you are. And welcome to your sofa, the wonderful Abby Clark.
Hello. Oh, hi. I feel like I should be more exciting now as I've been introduced as wild. Definitely not. It's a relief to be here, though. It's been a big day in the Clark house. We were celebrating my nephew's first birthday. Which is mad. I cannot believe it's been a whole year since my sister-in-law became a mother and my brother became unbearable. Oh my God. I hate the baby too. He's a prick. I'll prove it, right? Because they called him Finn because his birth was the exact moment their relationship ended. True story. I mean, there's been a lot of talk about babies. Like Dean was talking about whether she'd have one. I don't know if I'd have one. Like, to be honest, I've just been late to the game on a lot of things. Like, I find it really weird that virginity is compared to a flower. because flowers don't last long. Like my virginity was like a fucking oak tree protected by the National Trust. I thought I was never getting rid of it. Like I had to write to the council and everything. I mean, I'm growing up though. What I look for in a man has definitely changed. I noticed this, right? Because, for example, I used to be attracted to Simba from The Lion King. I mean, like, yeah, for his boyish charm and amazing hair. Like that moment in Hakuna Matata when he's like, and he transforms from like boy to man, like, oh, did things to me. I mean, but like now I'm just attracted to him because he owns a lot of land. I don't know what that says about me. I mean, if he can kill my uncle, that's a bonus. But like, I just don't think we're prepared for relationships. Like school sex ed, first of all, did not prepare us. Like they did not give you the facts you needed to know. Like, did you know semen has calories? Yeah, like that's just a really embarrassing thing to have to put in my food diary. I just like, what do you even log it as? I don't know. A snack? I had a girl at one gig be like, a treat. No, I can't agree. I've just always had a fear of sex, to be honest, and I do blame Robert Pattinson. Because I grew up on a film called Twilight. If you don't know it, Robert Pattinson, he plays a very attractive, sparkly vampire, right? But it's also a film in which Robert, the male lead, he won't have sex with Bella, the female lead, because he's too scared he'll fuck her so hard she'll die. I mean, that's what I took away from the film. I mean, but I don't know how well read you are on your vampires, guys. I've done my research, but 0 blood flow. So I don't know how he's planning to achieve that deadly erection. Yeah, it just makes me think that the entire franchise is actually just about a guy who lets a girl think he's a vampire because it sounds cooler than erectile dysfunction. Sorry to ruin it for any fans. He does commit to the part though, Robert. Honestly, like when they finally do have sex, he like destroys the entire room around them. And I mean, the only thing I've broken during sex is wind, like let alone a chest of drawers. You gotta hand it to him. Can you imagine having sex with a vampire and catching yourself in the mirror? Like, it is bad enough to have to see yourself having sex. Like, even worse to see that you're alone. And with that, I'm going to leave this, stand alone in my room and stare in the mirror. You can find me on all social things at Abby Clark Comedy. That's the first time I've ever been heckled by my cat. But thank you very much for watching. Have an amazing rest of your night.
Superb. Thank you very much, Abby. Great stuff. Good to get the cat involved as well. +1 point, I'm sure, for that first person to include an animal. Well done, you. Look, we are at the halfway point of the evening. So, look, if you did need to nip and get a quick drink, toilet break, anything like that, I can give you 30 seconds now. Always ruin. Sorry, I've done it again, Kane. I always ruin the little intro bit into talking about Joke Pit, who are our amazing friends and they are friends now. We've worked together a little while. I do class the Kane and the gang. Sounds like Cool and the Gang, doesn't it? It does. Kane and his gang, no, they're absolutely brilliant. They do loads of online shows. I'm sure that you've probably seen one on purpose, or if not, accidentally, because they are literally all over the place. You can just check them out, jokepit.com. And when the world's more normal, although it has to be said, Nodding Dog Comedy, check them out as well. They're doing an absolute ton of live shows still. I mean, we're keeping it right till, as I said before, let me underline the fact that it's safe. Socially distanced, hand washing, one-way systems, we're doing track and trace better than the bloody government are, to be honest with you, although maybe that's not that hard of a thing to achieve. Check us out on Facebook as well. You see all the gigs that are coming up, and we're doing massive, proper, stupid, way bigger shows than we should be doing. Who have we had recently? Russell Kane, Dane Baptiste, Joe Caulfield. We've got Simon Brodkin coming up next week. That is in a place called Flixton in Urmston, Manchester. Come along to that if you want. A few tickets left for that one. We've also got Hal Crussenden coming up at our brewery gig at ABC Brewery in Alphabet Brewery as well in Manchester. An absolute, like, loads of like proper gigs going on in weird and wonderful settings like cricket clubs and breweries and all stuff like that. But just keeping it going, you know, until Boris comes and knocks on my door and says, Kev, stop, enough is enough. We will keep going and bringing that live comedy to you, whatever way, even if it's online like this. So that wasn't meant to be an advert for comedy. That was meant to be an advert for jokepit.com. So to see those shows, go to jokepit.com for all your comedy needs. There you go. Totally, Kane. Nailed it, mate. You get loads of hits now. Go on, give them a follow. Go on, please. Feel sorry for the guys. You know, support them a bit. They do an absolutely fantastic job producing this. Okay, are you back in your seats? You see, that wasn't fair. I've just had to stand here and piss myself and be really thirsty at the same time while all you lot ran off and refilled your snack bowls or whatever it is you young people do these days. We have another 7 acts to go this evening, so we are going to start powering through them, I think, or your headline is not going to be on till midnight. My fault. I'm the one who's rabbiting on in between, aren't I? So I do apologise. I just enjoy it. I'm lonely. It's lockdown, isn't it? Look, who have we got next? Ah, yes, we have seen her name mentioned many a time during the comments already. I think she's got quite a few people watching her, cheering her on from their sofas, lounges, bars, cars, wherever they might be watching this evening. She is our next act from Bristol as well. You see, Bristol, are in there. Don't know what that means. Probably nothing. She came through heat free in glorious style, powered her way into the final. It is the marvellous Danny Johns.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for having me. As Kev said, my name is Danny, and I am a recovering chav. And I'm 29, so I'm right in the middle of that age bracket of what you get when you're a millennial. And it's funny because I think some people think because I'm a millennial that I don't have any responsibilities, but that is not true. I have a rabbit. And when it runs out, who do you think changes the batteries? Me. But at the beginning of the year, I did something very unmillennial and I bought a house. Yeah, I know, it's amazing. And you know what? It only took my entire life savings, a small loan from my rich in-laws, and about 6 months of selling laughing gas on weekends. But it's totally worth it. And I now live with my boyfriend, which is no, I'm just joking. He's lovely. He's really sweet, but he's a bit of a posh boy. Like, he's very middle class, and I'm not like that at all. And you know what, everybody? The funny thing is now we live together, we're starting to realise there's a few more differences between ourselves. Imagine that. So right, let me tell you about one. So when we went and we did our first big proper food shop, you know, stocking up your cupboard, your freezer, all that stuff, we were going down the tin dial and I saw a tin of Spam. Right, now, just in case you don't know what Spam is, it's basically like a ham, kind of. It's a meat squished into a tin. All right, so I picked up this Spam and I put it in the trolley, and my boyfriend gave me this kind of funny look. And I ignored him. I thought, well, maybe you don't know what it is. He's posh after all. Get a bit further down the aisle and I picked up a tin of mushy peas. Because again, I thought, well, you've got Spam, you've got mushy peas, you can always eat, right? Chuck in a packet of Smash and you've got a lovely dinner right there, okay? But he gave it another funny look. And he looked at me, and he looked in the trolley, and he looked at me. And do you know what he said? He went, "Oh, sweetie, you eat like a wartime single mother." And I said, "Well, that's funny, mate, because you eat like a prick." But I was quite pissy about that for a few days. But I got over it. Because you have to like make allowances when you're in a relationship, don't you? Because, you know, you have to appreciate that everybody's got very different backgrounds. And me and my boyfriend especially, we've got very different upbringings. Okay, so he was the sort of kid who, let's say he was getting picked on at school, right? His mum and dad, who are married, weird, would probably ring up the school and arrange a meeting with the teachers and put a plan in place to resolve the issue. All right, fair enough, but not me. No. I was the sort of kid who, if I was getting picked on at school, at 3:30, my mum would be waiting outside them school gates, smoking a Lambert and Butler, ready to threaten any kid that was horrible to me. Yeah, she would. She would. And before you say anything about, oh, adults shouldn't be threatening children, you can shut up because my mum was 16 at the time. So, yeah. All right, guys, I think that's my time. This has been super fun. Everyone's doing amazing. I hope you enjoy the rest of the night. And I've been Danny Johns. See you later.
Bye, Danny. Superb stuff. Thank you very much, Danny Johns. And again, as for everyone, and look, thank you guys so much. I've been thanking everyone else, haven't I? It's about time we thanked our audience a little bit, I think. You have been with us through what at times has been absolutely torturous, and not from the acts, mind, but technical issues going on. And okay, a couple of the acts in the early rounds maybe tested some people a little bit, but in the whole, the acts have been amazing, and all of you as audience have been amazing as well. So thank you, guys. Thank you for getting involved. All your comments and gifts you've been sending, all the people chipping in as well to Nodding Dog Comedy, as you can do in the comments. It will tell you that if you've been enjoying the show, if you want to help feed the dog, it is starting. Every time I do this now, it is starting to feel a bit more like telephone. There you go. That's the word. Do telephone. That sounds very old. I don't even know if they do telephones anymore, do they? Anyway, it's starting to sound like that, isn't it? But look, if you would like to see another comedian on your screen one day, all you need to do, as little as a one-off £5 donation, would allow us to do some more live gigs and some more internet shows to give these poor precious comedians who so need your attention a bit more time on screen. But no, it would be massively appreciated. We've got huge, ridiculous plans, both for within this wonderful world that we live in now, but also when we come out the other side of it, be a part of it. And you can be, just chip in a couple of quid, but you're welcome anyway. Obviously, no one's gonna knock you for it. I'm not gonna slag you off afterwards, am I? Yeah, no, promise I won't. Look, next act time, I think, and now we're going from Bristol to Preston, so it couldn't get couldn't find two more different places, I don't think. Poles apart, but not in hilarity. No, they're equally obviously as funny, and I'm not going to suggest that one would be funnier than the other at all. Of course I'm not. That'd be a ridiculous thing to do before one of the acts came on. What the fuck am I talking about? Anyway, all you need to do is start that applause again. Come on, and I literally mean it. I want you to clap. I think Dave, man, we want the neighbours to hear that something's going on, and we want to cause a ruckus. I want one of you to get fined 10 grand. That's what I'm saying. But none of you have been fined 10 grand by the end of the evening for people just assuming that you're breaking some sort of law and they're some kind of Karen living next door. Then we haven't done our job properly. So clap your hands, please. Go wild, go crazy. Sorry about the weird introduction. And welcome to the stage, the wonderful Miss Anna Thomas.
Hello, right. So my name's Anna Thomas. I'm originally from South Wales. So that level of Welsh that if you put your ear to my belly button, you might hear Tom Jones. All right. Now I really like those reminder tattoos. You know, the ones like live, laugh, love, and like breathe and things like that. So I got one recently to remind me of the important things in life. Right. So I'll show you. I'm not stripping. Or am I? No, I'm not. There's some holes in this house. No, so I got a tattoo to remind me of the really important things in my life and that. So I got a tattoo of the bin days. I mean, someone did say to me, what are you going to do if you move house? I don't know. I'm sure the council will cooperate. I don't know. Right, should we have a song? Yeah, I'll go first. You know they say if you can fit a pencil into your bra, what about a ukulele? Right. Do you think, right, the person who invented scarves was like attacked by a snake and they were like, oh, that's inconvenient, but quite warm? No. By the way, if you know the words to the song, don't join in, not songs of praise, all right? You raise me up so I can stand on. Mountains. That's my favourite song about ski lifts. Do you ever see buses where they're not in service sign and just think, good for you? take a bit of me time. And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's? And Tiffany said, stop eating my breakfast. I was on a train the other day, and by the other day, I mean about like 7 months ago. But yeah, I was on a train the other day and went to the toilet, right? Not to brag, went to the toilet. And in the toilet, there was a baby changing table on the train. A baby changing table in 2020, a baby changing table in the toilet on the train. Disgusting. A baby changing table in the toilet. Like, stick with the baby you've got. Oh, the Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men, but I do him a slag, is it? Sorry, ma'am. Right, I'll leave you on this one, right? So I have to be honest. I haven't written all my own jokes, right? Listen to this and tell me if it's obvious I haven't written it. There's a man for a cabbage for a head. I need to get a new book. Right, so listen to this and tell me if it's obvious I haven't written this joke, right? Ooh. 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 I had a ghostwriter. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Anna. Superb stuff. Brilliant there by Anna Thomas. Forgive me, I forgot to mention the reason, not that you're questioning why is Anna in the final, but the reason that Anna is in the final is she was the winner of our West Didsbury Comedy Festival new act on online computer comedian funny of the well ever decade when it was meant to be a West Didsbury Comedy Festival, which got ruined by all this stuff going on as well. But we took that online, and Anna came through as our champion, and her reward was a place in the final, and deservedly so, I would say. And I'm sure you'll agree, and I can see that you agree. Nice segue, Kev, into the comments there. Some quite wonderful comments coming through. Bonkers brilliant and made me cry laughing from Kerry Robinson. Spot on, Anna. I'm just saying them whether they go up on. There you go. Came to probably at least halfway through that bottle of gin now, I would imagine. Gets a little bit slow. It'll pick up again at the end, and then you'll find the comments start coming on the screen really aggressively. I don't even know how he manages to do that. He's just pressing a button and they pop up, but they do. You'll notice there'll be an aggressive twinge later on to the way that they're coming up on screen. Look, loads of love. So funny, well done, Anna's, loads of stuff. Couple of the boys have joined us as well. Now we've got Nathan's here. Hello, Nate. You've been very quiet this evening, Nathan. Are you all right, mate? I genuinely mean that. My DMs are always open for you, mate. Get in touch if you want a little chat. And Johnny Brooks there. I've seen a few of the boys. Hello, boys. Nice to have you in the room with us. Thank you very much for supporting Nocky 2020 and Nodding Dog Comedy and Goat Pit and all the wonderful acts that we've got this evening. We are now 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 to go. Right. Okay. This is the business time now. Is that because there's 5 to go? That's why I'm made redundant probably. How long are the days left, boss? 5 minutes. Right. This is business time. Yeah, I should have worked on that, shouldn't I? That was never going to go down well. Just sleeping the rest of the day. The last 5 minutes, god damn it, did I do some great stuff for that company? Okay, never mind. Let us go to our next act. Devon. We're off to Devon. I mean, talk about poles apart. Preston to Devon. My God, no one from Preston has even been to Devon. I mean, and we are now transporting you there via the medium of the internet. Stumbled over that as well. The internet. We are taking you there now. He came through heat number 4. Of course he did. How could I forget? It's tattooed onto my brain. He came through. Did a wonderful job then. Very excited to see him again. I will check his name before I say it though. Please welcome to your stage of mine, the wonderful Mr. Alex Kitson.
Hello. Cheers, Kev. Thanks so much for having me back. It's yeah, pleasure to be back. I'm in Devon, coming to you live from Devon. Yeah, I had to move back. Basically, is why I'm here. Is I was living in Bristol pre-COVID, but I had to move out because I had a big argument with my flatmates basically. Because they used to take the piss out of me all the time, right? And they used to take the piss out of me for loads of I wasn't gonna mention this, but then I saw is it Dean before from America was talking about inbreeding, and they used to take the piss out of me for Devon being like well inbred like the entire time, and that used to like really annoy me because like it is. So there's nothing I can say against it. Like it's really bad around my area, especially, man. Like when I was a kid, like we used to have like a three-legged race, and some of the kids did not need to partner up. Like it's bad. Like my town, genuinely, I really wasn't gonna say this, but like they genuinely last year, they ran this poll to find the UK's most inbred town, and my town came second. Yeah, they ran a survey, and Tiverton, Devon, my hometown, came second. Like second, like I am proud of it. But I am competitive. Yeah, I'm really trying to get to number one next year. But my dad will not put out, and that's a shame. It's a real shame. You don't fancy me. But like, yeah, I had to move back during the pandemic. Had to come back home to Devon. I came home to find it's a miracle I could talk to you today because I came back right at the start of the pandemic. I lost my job in that. Oh, I of course was going to tell you about my argument with flatmates. I had to move out because of the argument with flatmates. Basically, we had a big argument, a big hoo-ha about where we put the toilet paper. Yeah, because like I don't know if it's like a countryside versus city thing. Whenever I go to the toilet, I always put the toilet paper like behind me, like on the cistern. Yeah, and then they came up to me like, oh, Alex, in this house, in Bristol, we actually put the toilet paper in the toilet bowl after we're done. Yeah, the whole bathroom stinks of shit. And I went, you are elitist snobs. I'm moving out. So I moved back home. To my hometown. I came back to discover my parents actually their internet bill, their internet sort of contract had run out, and they just decided to sort of live without it. And I don't want to sound like too millennial, but like we need the internet. Like I'm a big social media user, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I struggled to adapt to a life without it. Like, after a couple of days without it, I was just found myself like just shouting what I had for lunch out the window, just showing my cat like pictures of me at the beach. I don't know how many of you ever tried to go watch pornography live. It's not the same, man. The neighbours don't like you being there. But like, but I didn't really like being back. I don't really like being back because it reminds me of being sort of teenager. Didn't like being a teenager, and also the teasing the flat and maybe move out. And sort of got reminded of being teased at school a bit. I got teased because I was like quite overweight, and it gave me quite bad sort of body image issues, man. And like, I realised I had bad body image right when I saw like some abs, and I was like, oh, I want them. And then I realised they were on a horse. I don't know. Just say in the chat, have you guys ever seen a horse? Like they're fucking ripped, mate. Like a horse has got every single thing I want. I think every man secretly wants to be a horse. This is my thing. Like, why wouldn't you be? A horse has got every single thing I want. So like awesome abs, like giant hair, like cool, massive cock. Like posh girls want to ride them on the weekends. It's like all the ketamine you want. Is my internet working? And you get to all wear like a nose bag full of your favorite snack. Like, tell me that's not the dream. That's the main message I want to get out today. That's all my time. Cheers so much. Thanks so much for having me. I've been Alex Kitson. I'll see you again. Bye bye.
Awkward pause. Yeah, just hang on you. There you go. Thank you very much, Alex Kitson. Great stuff, mate. Very much enjoyed your material. Enjoyed that again. Then you see each one now that ticks by. It means that we're getting closer and closer to our headliner, Don Woodward. That's why you've all tuned in this evening. No one wants to know who's going to win the £500 prize and be claimed champion, Noki 2020. I see Dom's just come online. No one else can see him, but I'll give him a little wave. Just, oh yeah, Dom, there we go. That's sound check done. No sound included, but it must be working, so it's fine. We'll go with that. Brilliant. Thank you very much, Alex, and ton of love for you again, mate. Let me just get my comments up to date on screen. Little refresh there. Oh, I say a load of love for you. Here's someone else saying that you weren't as good as Rahil or Danny. So never mind, Alex. But there you go, Alex, ab ripped horse. being found very funny by Avelina, Lisa, like in Pornography Live. There we go. And Kitson as well. Loads of great comments as well. You've been absolutely brilliant this evening, all of our audience members. Please do keep the comments going. The love, it really does mean a lot to them. I love that line as well, Abby. That was brilliant. Thank you very much for picking up on that one for us. Oh, look, where are we? 4 acts to go. Our next act, this is how we're jumping around, guys. Preston, Devon, back up to Manchester. An absolute nightmare road trip, but good for us this evening in the comedy. Let me just check that our chap is ready to go. I think he is. There he is. He stood there, proud, ready to represent Manchester. No pressure. It's all good. This chap, he came through. Of course, Heat 1. Many. The world was a different place, was it? No, it wasn't. It was still fucked then. It was exactly the same as it is now. Just slightly different expectations of how long things may go on for. But yeah, came through Heat 1 in great style. As I said, represented Manchester this evening and himself, obviously, as well. Please put your hands together, go wild and crazy, and welcome to, wherever you may be, Mr. Kieran Mullins.
Hello, you're right there. Good. I hope you're okay. It's kind of weird doing online gigs because you can't hear the audience laughing. Then I remember, even when I do live comedy, I can't hear anyone laughing. So it's kind of the same, you know. I find it really hard sometimes being such an alpha male. I was telling this guy about it while he was banging my wife. But I'm in an open relationship. It turns out. I didn't know it was, but you know, it happened. Like, cause I try and keep it like interesting. Like, I messaged her, like, I sexted her. Never done it before in my life, so I had my phone and I just went, oh, because the ladies love that, you know, a bit of confidence and stuff. And I was like, oh, I want to have sex with you so badly. And then she messaged me back, you always have sex with me badly. So it didn't really work. Did you notice at that coronavirus concert, they didn't invite the vaccines or the cure? Like, if they're not a next year's gig, I think we're screwed. And like, I love music and stuff. Like, at the last gig I went to see a tribute act of Placebo. Yeah, they were like the real thing, honestly. So I had some sort of effect that I can't remember. I've moved house and stuff. Like, opposite me now is this big Quaker church. Anyway, got rained on, turned into porridge. Quaker church. I mean, you can't imagine it. Absolutely insane. I took my dog for a CAT scan. It turns out it is a dog. What was the point in the scan then? Also went to a Greek restaurant. And the Greek restaurant, it was so weird. This Greek waiter, god damn, he was so good looking. The plates ended up smashing him. That's how attractive he was. Saw an advert on the TV that said, did you know every 5 minutes a man is told he has prostate cancer? The poor man having to be told that every 5 minutes. Just tell him once, you know, it should sink in. My gran died in like a really weird way. About a few months ago, she died on a treadmill, and she was 98. So she had a good run, you know what I mean? Like, crazy. No, she tripped on her nipple, bless her. It happens to us all eventually. And that's why I don't like gyms. Like, for me, gyms are exactly like sex. Because I can only last 3 minutes, I'll leave, and then I resent I've had to pay for it. I'll finish on this, but at the end of last year, I did get quite triggered. Because I overheard someone referring to my trans friend as it. And I was fuming. I said, you know what? She's not it, okay? She's Pennywise. It's Halloween. They were like, oh, the clown was called it. Common misconception. Get Stephen King right. Yeah, Stephen King, of course, isn't my favorite mystery writer, or is he? Yeah, he is. That's me done. I'm going to go off to the green room / me patio. This isn't plugged in. Have a good one. Cheers.
Brilliant. Great stuff. Kieran, thank you very much. And glad to see the curtain was back with you as well. I should have mentioned the curtain, giving you equal billing to the curtain from Heat 1 that was so popular as well back then. Superb stuff, mate, and a load of love for you as well. Avelina getting involved, Jess getting involved. Oh, I love it. I love it. Look at this. It just goes on. Jack Vincent, hello, another one of the crew there, the boys. Hi, Jack. Thanks very much for tuning in this evening, mate. I appreciate that. Tuning in, do you say? Probably kids don't say that anymore, do they? Look, we've got 3 acts to go this evening. 3 acts to go. There, I'm sure, yeah, Jack said go on Kieran during his set, or maybe just before. He didn't wait till afterwards, obviously, to say that. Go on. Oh, missed it. Never mind. It's behind the curtain again. Is that over? Is it? No, it's not. It is over now. Brilliant, though. Thank you, Jack, for getting involved. Thank you, Kieran, for another brilliant set from you, my friend, as well. As I was about to say, we've only got 3 more acts to go now this evening. You, the audience, have been amazing. The numbers. I get a little number thing, not there in the corner of like my mind or anything like this on the screen, corner of the screen. Obviously, that's normal. Thank you, Sarah. Loving your work as well. When it's ambiguous as to whom the praise may be towards, I'm having it. All right, that's one of the rules, by the way, as well. I will gladly take that. And an excellent trans joke as well. There you go. We've had that clarified. Kieran is brilliant. The love now just keeps coming and coming, doesn't it? They're loving it. But look, we've got 3 more acts to go. Then we've got a special headline guest. That will be one of the the judges. Why did I say the Jacks? I think I saw Jack's name on screen again. The judges will be deliberating, and a ridiculous choice I've given them. They have hated me all the way through this competition because literally every round the quality has been so high, and I'm sure you'll agree tonight from what you've already seen with 3 more acts still to come that it has been a really high standard. Bodes well, doesn't it, for the future of comedy in this fine nation? Of course it does. Brilliant stuff. Thank you so much. Look, let's go to it. Milton Keynes now. That's not too far from where I'm originally from. That's nice. This chap, he came through the last heat. One of the last two to come through to the final. I can see him there. He's ready. I've watched him vaping throughout the evening as well. He's possibly been watching me vaping as well. We're like vaping brothers from a different mother, or if that's a thing, I don't know. But look, go wild, go crazy. Great guy. Really funny set as well. Welcome to the stage. I'm going to try and get the surname right. I did so brilliantly first time round. Welcome, please. Hits Unadkat.
Hey, how's it going? Cheers, Kev. Thanks for that. Great on the surname as well. Looks like you've been definitely practicing that. But welcome to the corner of my kitchen, which I had to work on for ages to try and find the best lighting. So apologies for that. But I noticed a lot of the acts had really good background. I think I need to work on that and the lighting. But anyway, I'm Hitsu Nadkat, and I'm from Milton. Well, I live in Milton Keynes. I'm actually from Leicester. Now, I don't know if anyone in the audience is from Leicester, but Leicester's all right, to be honest. I don't know why all the Indians moved there, though. Now, my grandparents, they're from India, and my parents are from East Africa. Now, East Africa, I'm not sure whether anyone knows, there was a bit of a wanker of a president called Idi Amin, and he got really jealous of the Indians, and they were doing quite well there. So he turned up one day and he just said, "You are taking all of our jobs." And he kicked us out. So we came to England and took all the jobs here instead. Hey! However, England were kind enough to us. They let us in. They opened their doors. I mean, they kind of had to, considering they invaded India in the 1700s and made it a British colony. However, that's another topic for another set of mine. But no, I mean, Leicester was great. I mean, I don't know why, though, because a lot of my family at the time, they moved to America, Portugal, Canada, Australia. My parents chose Leicester. Now, I don't know whether you know this or anyone's from the Midlands, but a lot of Indians from East Africa moved across to the Midlands. Now, I think they were scared of the whole Idi Amin thing, and they thought, you know what, guys, we have a chance here. We are moving to England, but let's all go to the middle because it'll be harder to kick us out, bastard. That's my theory anyway. My dad obviously disagrees with that one. But no, I mean, I don't know whether Indians have been fully accepted in society yet. I don't know whether it's because a lot of terrorists are brown, and obviously Indians are brown as well, and we don't help with growing beards like this as well. But I mean, black people, they weren't accepted in society back in the day, but they had people like Martin Luther King who really helped them get more and more accepted in society. I mean, if Indians had a Martin Luther sing, we might have been all right. But just imagine, instead of I have a dream, imagine I have the dreams. Just doesn't work well with the accent, does it? So, but India, I don't know if anyone in the audience has been to India. India's moving up now in the world, and they're trying to become more and more like their Western friends. So, for example, we've got programs like Mock the Week. They've got Mock the Seek. They're also copying our childhood games as well. So we play hide and seek. They play hide the seek. So it's where they get the seek guy in the village, hide him somewhere, and the winner is the one who finds him first. Great game. You should try it the next time you go. But it does happen in other countries as well. I do know in the Caribbean, instead of come dine with me, they've got come grind with me. Yeah. And I've just also heard as well, in Iraq and Afghanistan, they've actually got their own Amy Winehouse with a new #1 single, trying to make me go to jihad. I said, no, no, no. But yeah, based on that bombshell, I think I'll probably leave you there. I think that's my time. I've been Hits and Adcat. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Hits. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Enjoyed that. Superb stuff. Look, let's keep rocking and rolling, shall we? Let's go into our next act. Penultimate. That's the word you use, isn't it? When it's the one before the end. I'm just very chuffed that I remembered that word in the moment. I should probably just say these words without explaining it, and then it would be it's not even that impressive a word. Never mind. Look, ladies and gentlemen, 2 acts to go. That's the other way to say. Yeah. That's the other way to say that you got one before the last, then the last one. Just helping out, guys. Pleased to be of service. She came through heat number 3. She did with huge support as well. Loads and loads of love all the way through. Been popular on the comments again this evening as well. Looking forward to this one. She is from Weston super Mare, another made-up place, but I don't mind if people don't want to really tell me where they're from. Absolutely fine. So please, put your hands together, go wild and crazy, and welcome to the stage the marvelous Capriella.
Hi, so yeah, I'm Capriella, and I'm going to do a song for you today. So this is a song about the experience I've had with online dating, and I really hope that none of you can relate to this like I can. I've got a problem I'd really like to share, and it keeps happening and I cannot bear, and people think doing it is fine, but I'm telling you that this is the last time. I'm getting tired, I'm getting sick. Please stop sending me your dick pics, 'cause it's a thing I hate the most, because your pee-pee is super gross. I say this with so much grace. If I wanted to see a dick, I would look at your face. And they say, I'm a nice guy, really, you're full of crap. I'm scared to open this WhatsApp, and no, I'm not gonna send you one back. You disgust me. I ignore it when they send it, let it linger. This is why you should never use Tinder. Do you want to see more, baby? No, I want to see less. People behind me in the bus just saw your nasty penis. You should get outside more, you loner. Stop sending women your phone or boners, 'cause it's the thing I hate the most, because your pee-pee is super gross. I say this with so much grace. If I wanted to see a knob, I would look at your face. So to all the men out there that want to show women your pubic hair, here's your chance. I'm joking. Keep your wingy in your pants. Thank you. yeah, so I came back from university recently, and I'm living back in Bristol now. And when I came back, my friend said to me, she was like, how's the comedy career going? And I said, well, you know, it's a lot like Prince Philip. It hasn't got long left. And they said, like, when you're on stage, Caps, like, do you get really nervous? And I'm like, well, no, because I'm a lot like Prince Andrew. I don't sweat. And they were like, but what if you're on stage and it all goes like really bad? What do you do? And I said, well, it's fine because I'm a lot like Prince Harry. I'll just fuck off. So on that note, I've been Capriella. Thanks for watching.
Thank you very much, Capriella. Great stuff there, and a song with a message that was very funny as well. Superb stuff. Loved it, and very relevant to the comedy scene at the moment. But we don't really talk about that in public, so I won't go into any of those things. Now, DM me. As I said, DMs are open, not for any muckiness. I should also add. Oh, good. I told you I was going to dig myself a hole by the end of the evening, and I can use this microphone stand to do just that. Look, it is the final act of the evening. It's been a fantastic show, and we'll have a rundown of all the acts that have been on so we can give them a standing ovation. I think we will go out on our doorsteps, won't we? I think we will. I think they deserve that this evening. I would like to see all of you out on your doorsteps clapping at the end, but not just yet. Don't go yet, because you would miss our final act of the evening. Look, loads of love coming through. Apologies, Capriella. I should share some of this. Max Hooper, well done, Capriella. Love it. I've seen yeahs and yaps and whoops and rounds of applause, all sorts of things. Brilliant stuff. And some love for the first act on the evening as well. You see, it still comes through. It's still coming through. It's absolutely beautiful. You guys have been great tonight, supporting all the acts. Thank you so much. Really, a big part of it. It does mean a lot to us that you're there, that someone's there watching us. It really does mean a lot. Look, last act of the evening, and this guy has been stood in the position, ready to go for hours. He might have even been there before the show. He has not moved. I've got a little screen, I can see him. He's not moved from the spot. The whole show. He's not flinched. He's not moved a muscle, a hair on his head. It's not flickered in a breeze or anything. I hope he's all right. We should probably check on him. We are going to. We're going to go on and do that now. Yes, it is the new online UK Comedian of the Year. No pressure. My next act, but this is it. This is the last one. 72 acts down, 6 heats, and the final. We are going. Fucking hell, we're going the whole. We're going the whole for the last one. I mean, we could have saved. Sorry, Hull. I should have next time. We're going the whole. But this guy's made an effort. He's ready to go. Absolutely brilliant act. He came through heat 2 in fantastic style. He did. I'm sure you remember him when you see him again. Please, for the last time, with the acts at least, go wild and crazy, and welcome to the stage, Hasib Malik.
Yes, hello. Thank you so much, Kerry. It's lovely to be sat in front of this curtain. My name is Hasib Malik, and if you hadn't guessed it already, just by looking at me, I am, of course, fertile. If you don't know much about my background, don't worry. Neither do the police. No, my name is Arabic. When translated, Hasib means perennial. Malik means underachiever. I was born into a Muslim family, and I follow Islam to this day because I have a vivid imagination. Obviously, it means that I've got to live my life a certain way. I refrain from alcohol here on earth during my time because in the hereafter, as the good book says, I will be able to enjoy rivers of wine. Rivers of wine. Am I not the only person who thinks that that sounds a bit unsanitary? I mean, just give me a glass to start off with. Let me see if I like it. Then we'll move on to a couple of boxes, yeah? What am I meant to do? Take my cup down to the local river like everyone else? What if they're swimming in it? What if they're pissing in it? Being Muslim doesn't make me different from anyone else here watching this evening. I'll still get on with you whether you are Christian, Buddhist, Jedi. Muslim people do have a sense of humor. We're just not crazy about cartoons. But I've got a theory about this. It's because we don't have like an Islamic superhero coming out of, say, the Marvel or DC stables who can truly mix it with likes of Spider-Man and Superman. There's never been a comic book on that level. We need a film on that level. We need something like This Summer, One Man, Afghanistan Man, starring that one from Slumdog Millionaire. I'm in a mixed faith relationship. I'm Muslim, as I've said. My partner is Christian. I just call him Chris for short. Now, I'm in a mixed gender relationship. She's kind and warm and British and white, which really helps with the Home Office paperwork. Cross-cultural relationships should be celebrated. You each bring something unique to your union. For example, this week she's planned the Sunday roast and I have planned her honor killing. I do get a lot of stick for the type of Asian I am, that I'm not Asian enough. I've been referred to as a coconut. You might have heard this term before. And it always upset me growing up because, truth be told, there is a very slim chance you could win me at a fun fair. But then I get pulled apart for the type of Muslim I am. Oh, Hasib, what kind of Muslim are you? Have you even read the Quran? And I'm like, no, I'm waiting for the film. Obviously, it's not going to be as good as the original text. There'll be a few cinematic liberties, a few dragons and stuff. Will Idris get the part? Won't Idris get the part? And the part of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, will go to Benedict Cumberbatch because he's in everything. Him or that one from Slumdog Millionaire. What else can I? Oh, I've been a lifelong Michael Jackson fan. But then, of course, like many of us, in the last year, I watched that documentary where we all found out that the guy did music too. That's one talented dude. I'll leave you with this. My dad, he's a good man. He said to me when I was younger, son, in this life, you've got to go out and give as good as you get, which is why now I've got the very fond memories of doing my daughter's nappy and kissing on her because she started it. I've been Hasib Malik. Thank you for watching not only me, but all the rest of the acts. Cheers.
Thank you very much, Hasib. Thank you, bringing it to a glorious, wonderful closing there. Superb stuff, mate. Thank you. And dressing up as well. I appreciate the effort, my friend. Superb stuff. Again, see how you can be wrong about the stereotypes, can't you? Very smart young man there. Brilliant stuff. Look, that was it, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the end of all of the acts of Noki 2020. What did we have? Over 200 applicants in the first place. We slimmed that down a little bit to put 72 through to our heats. And we then came through for 14 in the final. And they're all battling for that prize for the inaugural title, obviously, of the new online UK Comedian of the Year. See, I do remember it. Noki 2020 for short, much easier to say and to remember. And obviously, there's a bit of a cash prize there as well. But look, it's got to be said, we did exactly the same for the West Didsbury Comedy Festival. All the acts, we support them as much as we can. Already, some of these guys that you're seeing tonight and some that didn't even make the finals are booked in. They've done some gigs with us. They're booked in for some gigs as well with Nod and Dog Comedy, and we'll keep doing that. We're even thinking about a showcase gig at some point when we can do it a bit easier than maybe we could right now, of all the acts that you've seen in the final as well. So do check them out. We'll put all the links online underneath the feed for you to go and check out their socials after tonight's show has finished as well, so you can keep supporting them, keep showing them some love, and we're seeing some amazing stuff. We have a little rundown before we go to our headliner, and the judges, I'm sure, have already started deliberating now as well. Absolutely awful position I put you in. I do apologise. I'm going to pick up my list so I didn't look away so much. We had on this evening, great rundown. Michael Welsh, we had Rahil Ahmad, we had Chelsea Birkby, we had DM Caffel, Caitlin Barkley, Dave Bibby, Abby Clark, Danny Johns, Anna Thomas, Alex Kitson, Kieran Mullins, Hits, Unad Katz, Capriella, and we had Hasib Malik closing the show as well. Round of applause to all of you guys, most genuinely from myself. Thank you for all the effort that you put in to all the acts all the way through the competition as well. I'm going to get teary-eyed, so I better stop. Now. The acts are deliberating. While they do, we've got a special guest for you. Kane, would you be so kind as to bring Dom up on screen for us as well? Maybe a little split screen just for a moment before we leave him to the... There we go. You should be able to hear each other now. Hello, Dom.
I can hear you. Good evening. How are you?
Yeah, very good. Thank you, mate. How are you?
Oh, I'm not bad. I'm okay.
Oh, all right. Well, bring the show down at the end. That's why we got you on.
Yeah. No, it's great to be on. It really is. I've been watching for well about 40 minutes now, and it's absolutely been fantastic. Really good.
Superb, mate. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's like ridiculous quality. It's been like that all the way through, and the people that have been chosen to go through each heat are like then an outpouring of why didn't you choose this person? Why didn't you choose that? So I can't wait. I can't wait until we announce the winners, because I'm sure it's going to be exactly the same this evening as well, looking at the comments online. But no, everyone's been great. Dom, are you okay? I'm going to hand over to you now, my friend, for 5 minutes. And yeah, we'll leave you to it. Ladies and gentlemen, is here already. Look, there he is. Please, a marvellous comedian. Been lucky enough to work with him loads over the years, know him very, very well. He's doing some gigs with Nottingham, keep dropping in Nottingham Comedy, doing some gigs with us coming up soon as well next weekend. Northwich. You are, yeah. I hope it's in your diary. It's in mine. Good, brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. He's here already, but the absolutely amazing Dom Woodward. Thank you very much.
So, good evening. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. You're going to have to pardon my voice. I've ruined my voice this week. It's great to be here, but I've had an awful week. I've spent the entire of the week this week doing drama workshops at a high school in a little place just on the outskirts of Manchester called Moss Side. It's blaming awful. It's Europe's biggest council estate. It's been a nightmare. I'll tell you what, one of the year 7s was so naughty, we had to send for his mum. I mean, we didn't send far, she was only in year 11. It's been awful. I've had it all week. These kids, I've just had to shout at them. Friday was the last day that I was doing it. And there was this one kid, he was messing around all day. And by about 2:30, I got annoyed with him. And I said, can you stop doing that? And he just looked at me, he went, yeah? Yeah? Yes, sir. I'm going to tell my dad. He's going to come in and he's going to bang you. I wasn't scared. He don't know who his dad is. So, but it's great to be here speaking to you guys tonight, and what a night it's been. I'm talking from a little place just north of Manchester called Ramsbottom. I'm from a little place called Ramsbottom, very strange little village, very peculiar. The neighbours are weird. The bloke to the left, he's weird. He's half Israeli, half Palestinian. Yeah, it's weird, that, isn't it? He's his own worst enemy, if I'm honest with you. So such a weird area, very strange. We get a lot of Jehovah's Witness. They've been coming back since lockdown got relaxed. They've been coming back to Jehovah's Witness. They're always knocking on. One knocked on the other day, and I opened the door, and he says, "Hiya." He says, "Have you got a few minutes to talk about Jehovah's Witness?" I said, "Yeah, of course I have." Come inside, and I got him inside. I said, "Sit yourself down." I sat him down. I said, "Do you want a brew?" I gave him a brew. I said, "Do you want a biscuit?" I gave him chocolate hobnob biscuits. Yeah, not messing about. I sat down in front of him. I said, "Go on, tell us all about this Jehovah's Witness lark." He said, "I don't know. I've never got this far before." Weird area, very strange. And I got a leaflet through the door the other day. This was interesting. I got a leaflet through. I got this leaflet through. And on this leaflet, it was for water. It said, this was with the water bill. And in this leaflet, it said, for a donation of £2 a month, I could supply water to an entire African. And I thought, that's unbelievable. I thought, that's amazing. I rang up United Utility who it came with, and I said, "I'd like to speak to you about the donation of £2 a month for the water for the African." He went, "All right, would you like to set up a direct debit?" And I said, "No, I just want to switch to that tariff." Because I'll tell you what, I seem to be paying for most of the north of England at the moment with what they're charging me. Unbelievable. But you read these things. You've got to read things twice, because when you read things twice, you realize things don't make any sense. I was reading the other day, the Daily Mirror did a phone-in poll about coronavirus, about the handling of coronavirus. Who would be the best person to lead the country through this? And the results were interesting. The results were 58% said Keir Starmer. It's the Daily Mirror, so I suppose that it's a Labour paper. 58% said Keir Starmer, 30% said Boris Johnson. But for me, the most astounding statistic was 12%. Right, get this: 12% don't know. Who on earth rang up the Daily Mirror and just went, "Hiya, I'm ringing about the survey you're doing. Yeah, in the paper, yeah, about coronavirus, yeah. I don't know. Who do that? Unbelievable. The news is mad. We've had the craziest few years. We've had coronavirus. We've got Brexit. That's back in the news as well. That's all going to kick off. Probably a no-deal Brexit next year. Quick one for you, actually. Bloke was into a bookshop. Goes up to the counter and says, "Hiya." He says, "Have you got that new book in by Nigel Farage?" And the bloke behind the counter went, "Oh." He went, "Look, mate, get out, piss off, and don't come back." He said, "Yeah, that's the one." So yeah, what a pleasure it is. Like I say, I'm from Ramsbottom. I live there. I live here. I'm here at home. I live here with my wife of 13 years, which is young even for a Filipino, if I'm honest with you. I'm joking. I'm joking, of course. She's not Filipino. No, that's a joke. No, she's a doctor. My wife. She's a GP. And you never before have two professions been so mutually beneficial, because my job means she gets the urge. I've forgotten that joke actually. I can't remember what it was. She's not me though. Since I've not been doing that many gigs, she's been on me because of lockdown. She's been on me to do some DIY, so I'm having to do a lot of DIY at the moment. I'm having to go to B&Q, which is a horrible place. I don't like it at all. It's the only retail establishment I know that both sells and employs tools. It's horrible. It's horrible. I went in the other day and I was only buying a packet of screws. And when I got to it, the packet was damaged. They put a little sticker on saying reduced, £1.3. I thought that'll do me that. So I took it to the woman. She scanned it in. She went, £1.3. Looks a bit like Les Dawson. £1.3. And I gave her a £20 note. It was all that I had. She looked at it like I was trying to pay her with a piece of shit on a dock leaf. She sat there. She went, "Have you got anything less?" So I said, I've got nothing. She said, "If you give me that, I'll have to give you $18.97 change. It'll use up all the change in my till." I was taken aback by the speed of her maths, if I'm honest with you, because that was off the top of her head. So I thought, I'll be nice. I said, I can pay by card if you want. This didn't do me any good. She just sat there. She went, "Don't do me any favours." At that point, I thought, sod you, I put my card in the machine. She said, "Do you want cash back?" I said, "Oh, yeah. I'll have $18.97, please. That'd be great, thanks." But of course, I understand, because it's an hard job. It's an hard job working in B&Q. And I know, I've had hard jobs. I've had loads of hard jobs. I started out, I was a chef in a large chain of restaurants called McDonald's. I did that. That was awful. 16. It was my first ever job. They put me on the till. I had a queue to the door. I was scared. I was spotted. I was starless, right? They don't give you any stars when you start at McDonald's. What made it worse is I had a badge on the other side that said, "I can make it large for just 30p. That's just embarrassing when you're 16. So I did that, and then I went to university, wasted time. Did performing arts, wasted time. Wanted to be an actor, and I couldn't get a job. I did one audition in the first year after university, and I didn't get it. So my mum said, "You've got to sort yourself out." She said, "You've got to get a job." So I ended up getting a job with my mate working for Colgate. And my job for Colgate was going round to little local corner shops, just trying to encourage them to sell stock Colgate rather than any other brand. I did this all over the UK, all over the north of England, Midlands, all over the place. And I did it in a place, I don't know if you've heard of a place called Wigan. It's an horrible place. And I went in a corner shop in Wigan, and I went up to the counter and I said to the guy, I said, "Hiya." I said, I'm from Colgate." He went, "Oh, no." He said, "No." He said, I'll stop you there, lad." He said, "I'll stop you there." He said, "Look at my shelves here. Look at my shelves here. It's all toilet roll." I said, No, I'm not selling toilet roll. I'm from Colgate." He went, "Come in stock room, lad. Come in stock room." Got me in the stock room. "Look at my bloody stock room here. Look at it. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 boxes of toilet roll." I said, "Is there something wrong with you? I'm not selling toilet roll. I'm from Colgate." He went, "Listen, round here, they don't wipe their ass. They're not going to clean the teeth, are they?" That's Wigan for you. So good luck to everybody. I'm sure you're going to find out very shortly who's won. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you all tonight, and stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
There you go. Oh, he's back. That's lucky we didn't catch him in a compromising position then, wasn't it? Thank you very much, Don Woodward, superb comedian on the Northwest circuit when it exists, but he's still out there gigging a bit. And as I said, for Nodding Dog Comedy over in Northwich next weekend at the Salt Barge as well. Lovely little outdoor gig there, and it's starting to get a bit colder in a marquee. Don't worry, and don't have to sit on the floor like some of my shows I've made you do in recent weeks as well. Check out all the links and stuff like that. Brilliant stuff. Thank you very much, Dom. Brilliant. Look, while Dom was doing the funny, I was in contact with our judges. Look, yeah, let's have some of that. Thank you, Kerry. Thank you, Kerry. I appreciate that. Getting in touch there. Dom showing an absolute masterclass for us. That's why, you see, we get these pros on at the end of the night, and shows, even for someone like me, there's still a lot to learn, apparently, when it comes to being funny. But look, while Don was doing the funny, we were obviously in contact with the judges who have come to a decision on our top three. Okay, that's the way that we're doing it this evening. Obviously, it goes without saying that they absolutely fucking hate me because, again, the quality has just been all the way through. There were special mentions for a ton of the acts who we will be in contact with, obviously, to let them know all the great feedback and stuff like that from the judges and what was being said. And I'm sure it's going to cause a little bit of a controversy for people if your number one didn't win. But obviously, tough decision, looking for different things. And this is what, stop wittering, Kev, this is what they've come up with. So, in third place this evening, I've got some notes, little things that they said to us. They loved this person for their unique voice, their interesting background, their passion that they had as well for the stories and jokes they were telling us. Funny with purpose was what one person said. Another one of our judges described them as fierce. Okay, some clues as to who that may have been. It was the absolutely superb Deanne Caffel. Well done. Congratulations, Deanne. Coming in third place in our competition. Round of applause. Not a bad bloody effort at all when we started out with all the hundreds of people that we did applying at the start. So superb. Well done to you, Deanne. So, moving on from there. Second place. Here we go. Lots of comments still coming in. We'll hold back on those for the moment. I think in second place, this person was applauded for their use of the medium, doing something a bit different with it, remaining very funny still as well. Hilarious. One of the judges was saying, unique take, excelled within the medium. There you go. That's the wording that I was given from the judges that they were jotting down. And let me just check I've got it right, because I'd hate to make a mistake at this stage. That would be awesome. Awesome. No, it wouldn't be absolutely awful. It was in second place. It is in second place. Chelsea Birkby. Congratulations, Chelsea. You come second. Not again a bad effort at all whatsoever to come second out of all the acts. You can describe yourself now as runner-up in Nocky 2020. Oh, that would be nice. Wish I'd get nothing from this. Can't describe myself as anything. But no, congratulations to you, Chelsea. Superb stuff. Now it's time for our winner. Now, the winner was congratulated for great energy, great passion again. Threw themselves into it. And I guess that's what they like, don't they? They mentioned that all the way through for people having passion and enthusiasm for what they're doing. This will probably give it away. A superb rundown of the year 2020. That possibly tells you who this act is going to be. Ladies and gentlemen, our winner of the first ever, the inaugural Nocky 2020 is Dave Bibby. Congratulations, Dave Bibby, sir. There
Whoa,
he
I'm on.
is.
Shit, I'm
Oh,
on. Wow.
you're right. You're on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was walking away and I
Don't
heard that
ruin it
thing
now,
about the
mate. Don't
year and
make
I
us go.
thought,
Oh, there's a phone call come in.
oh,
There's a
wow.
phone call come in. They've changed their mind. It was, but congratulations, mate. Well done. Thank you for being part of the competition. Superb job. Let's pretend that I'm a real interviewer. How does it feel, Dave?
I feel like I'm going bright red. I felt like such an awkward idiot. My wife dropped her phone down the toilet and I smashed a glass just before I went on. So all that crazy energy was genuinely a cry for help. So I can't believe it. I was watching it and I thought everyone was brilliant. So thanks so much for everyone that voted for me, or however it works.
Yeah, no one quite has worked out the algorithm yet of how it works, Dave. But our judges picked you out, as they said, and you said, and thank you for saying it, mate. Ridiculous quality and standard all the way through. But yeah, I think it was that energy and that they loved the rundown of the year as well. That has struck a chord, I think, mate. So congratulations. Now, obviously, things are a bit difficult for everyone during lockdown. So we'll be sending you £1 a week, okay, for the next 500 weeks, mate. But obviously, due to that has been furloughed though, so that will start. Well, we can't say when, but I'm sure everyone understands that will, it will start at some point in the future.
It'll be my pension. I can't wait. I can't wait to retire one day and cash that check.
Unless the company folds, obviously, in which case you check the small print. There's obviously no recourse there. You can't come after me because the company promised it, not me as an individual. But no, we'll chat about the money, mate, the ugly side of things as well. But thank you so much for being in the competition, and congratulations, mate, a worthy winner. I wish if I was there, I would be resting something on your head about now, a crown. Obviously.
Or painting the wallpaper. I know it's not quality.
Well, maybe there you go. Maybe that's what you can spend the money on if you come back to defend your title or enter another competition, mate. Who knows? What would be gold? Gold walls. I'm sure with that £500.
Yeah. Cool. Well, maybe.
You're a good man, Dave. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Brilliant job, mate. Thank you very much. And we will save Dave's embarrassment now. We can leave him to celebrate. He's going to spend it on a new phone for his wife, and she dropped it down the toilet. It's obvious that's what was going to be said. Look, love coming through for all the acts this evening. And as we said, we always knew it was going to be an impossible decision for the judges. Loads of them getting like special mentions and merits. And don't worry, audience members and your favourites, all right, they will be well looked after. They are part of the family now, and we always look after our own and people who've been a part of the stuff that we do. So you'll be seeing them again on our screens and the stuff that we're doing. We've got some really exciting projects coming up. As I said, still now, it's not too late. If you've enjoyed the show tonight, you can chip in a quid or two. You'll find the link in the notes there as well. It's been emotional, hasn't it? It's been 18 years this competition has been going on. Man and boy, I've been doing this, it feels like at times. But it's been absolutely glorious. We've grown. We've got a bit better at it, I think, as we've gone along as well. You've been there, some of you all the way through as well. So look, watch out for what we're doing next. I promise you there's more of this to come. As I said, we won't stop until Boris knocks on my door, and even then I'm probably just going to tell him what he wants to hear, and we'll have a secret, like one of those old pirate radio stations. Remember them, kids, eh? Pirate radio stations. Yeah, we'll be like one of them. We're going to keep it going. We've got a really amazing, literally world conquering competition coming up. Just a little teaser and a clue for you there. We'll be releasing details of that soon. Thank you so much to all the acts. We love you dearly. We'll be in touch. We'll be talking to you, passing on that feedback. Thank you to the audience. Thank you to Joe Pitt. Thank you for my wife. She bought me a Coca-Cola this evening when I was getting a bit thirsty during the show as well. And that's it. I know. It's strange. We'd all be going out to get drunk together. Normally, the end of a competition like this, I'm just going to have to stay at home and get drunk on my own. There we go. The new online UK Comedian of the Year final. Thank you much. much. Thank you very much. I'm not drunk already. Thank you very much for tuning in. You've been brilliant. So have all the acts. I've been average at best. I've peaked at average, but that will do with me. We'll see you again real soon. Good night.